you were crushing it in ViSalus, but I still didn't know who you were. And I joined under a leader in ViSalus with I had $100 to my name. It was pretty insane. I had $100 to my name, and he called me on the phone and said, "I will change your life. I'll teach you marketing, show you everything you need to do." I know I shared my story with him, trusted him, and I took that leap. I sold everything in my apartment, everything, and came in ViSalus at the $999 level and failed for 2 months in ViSalus. And that leader left ViSalus. He went into, I don't even know what other company. He jumped into 3 different companies and was like, "Hey, you need to come with me." And I was like, "Dude, I cannot afford to go with you. You need to help me. You promised to teach me marketing." And he told me, "Well, screw you." And I made some strides. I had a radio interview on my life and did some amazing things personal development wise. And I saw this leader using my story, making tons of money off of it. And I was crushed. I didn't know what to do. So if you're in that position right now, you're like, "I'm Jerry, I hear you, but I don't got what you got right now. I don't know what to do." Well, guess what? I was worse. I had no money, and I saw Andrew, and I started doing some research. Who was the top enrollers in ViSalus? And Andrew just made it to the number 4 position. I was like, "Man, I'm going to take a shot." And I threw out the biggest SOS message to you, and then I found out we were friends on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey, my strategy's starting to work a little bit. I'm friends with a top recruiter." And I sent out a message, and I think you remember that message. It was like, "Hey, man, I've been burnt. I'm broke. I have nothing. I need your help. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I need this right now, and I don't have a family. I can't buy anything. I I need it." And I still remember the words you said back to me. Who was the sponsor? What happened? And I explained my story, and I was crying, typing it to you, and you were like, "Let's go. Let's change your life right now. If you're not going to make excuses, I'll show you what to do." And you know, you didn't baby me. You said you set the roadmap and set the path. I bought MLM Zing. I went through MLM Zing in 3 hours. I went through that thing in the first day. I took so many notes. People were looking at me. I secluded myself in my apartment with just a blanket and a pillow and my laptop and MLM Zing. Watched you and your beautiful wife, who's an expert marketer herself, module after module after module after module, and I reached out to you every time. "Hey, I'm confused on this." You answered my questions, and I implemented every step of the way, and I'm still going. Every night I watch a module to this day, and my girlfriend, she calls me Mini Andrew because I actually bought a NLP training, and I model you. Like, I actually go to your blog every day and listen to the way you speak, and I imitate you in the mirror. And she's just like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "I'm modeling. I want to attract Andrew's technical and skill sets." And it's amazing. The universe is just bringing people to me. It's pretty incredible.
Cool. Yeah, and that's awesome. So, and now I think it's everyone's turn, myself included, to to learn from you, because I think you've got just a fantastic system here, and I just want to give you the controls here. All right, so should be on your screen now, and Facebook Kingpin. Let's see how this works.
All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep, we can see you.
All right. Want to make sure the webinar is awake real quick. Are you guys fired up and ready to laugh at how easy this is? Like, literally, guys, if you think this is a technical thing, you must not know me. If you ask Andrew, I'm not Mr. Technical. I still don't even know how to mess with Facebook security settings. But the first thing I want to show you, I like easy. Yeah, me too, Andrew. I love you. But first thing I want to show you is the psychology of prospecting and how to really target your audience. You know, I don't care what your offer is or what you're trying to promote or sell or anything. You have a target market. You have a target audience, and the way for you to go about getting the right people in front of your presentation is not to spam them and is not to pitch them. So this is going to be, I say this, if you can talk, if you have friends, you can do my strategy. And let's get this ball rolling. Okay.
So you're saying, Jerry, that first things first, I mean, this can work for anyone, no matter what company they're in. Doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
Okay.
It does not matter. I was developing this strategy when I was in ViSalus, and that's a $500 to $999 buy-in, and I was able to recruit a few people with this strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I didn't even master it. That was when I was developing it. So, yes, I don't care what your offer is, what your company is, $67, $999, $5,000. It's all about making people like you. It's all about connecting with the person on a subconscious level and becoming friends with them. And if you ever notice something about a human being, if you talk to your friends, you ever notice how they just tell you their problems? It's the same thing online. If you make somebody stop worrying about you pitching them, and they're like, man, this guy is awesome, they'll tell you what's wrong. They'll tell you, I'm not recruiting, I'm looking for another opportunity, I can't make money. And as a marketer, your job is to provide a solution. So you could provide affiliate products, or your network marketing company, or your 100% commissions offer. But I'm going to stop rambling on and get moving. And I want to show you the 3 biggest mistakes every marketer is making online, and why it's so easy for me to stand out, and why it's so easy for guys like Andrew and this guy right here, Gregory Napier, shout out to Gregory Napier, to just crush it. Let's look at Carice real quick. Okay. He's got a picture of himself. That's good. You know, I see a lot of people online right now having their BizOp picture right here. So if you're on this webinar and you have your BizOp picture right here, you are throwing money away. You are repelling money away from you, because nobody cares about your BizOp. People join people. And this is so simple, and I'm going to make you guys say, wow, I've been doing this mistake. Why have I been doing that? So what's the first thing you see when you hit Carice's timeline? Money.
Yeah.
What is so cool about that? That does not appeal to anybody besides people with a get-rich-quick mindset. Now, if you're trying to attract tire kickers into your business, more power to you if you want this there. You'll sign them up. You know, like, let's see what that was. 3,000 in a single day. And you see all these people, you can see all these huge comments. Oh, I want that overnight. Yo, this is awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, son, so good. You know, like, is that the type of people you want in your business, guys? I don't think so. And then you look at his wall, he's not providing any value. If you win the 550, like, sorry, Carice, if you're on the webinar, Barack Obama and Jay-Z, you know, quote, that's good. Everybody on Facebook does quotes, spam, so everybody's doing the same damn thing. Donald Trump, yep, you know, he's not offering anything. He's not positioning himself as an expert or a leader or somebody you could call a friend. All you're seeing on his wall is, yeah, son, making that money. All right, and that's mistake 1. And guys, that was just mistake 1. Now let's go look at another friend I have. First mistake they make: your business. When somebody hits your timeline, they're immediately going to look right here at your face. Oh man, he's a dad. That's awesome. I'm a father, or I have a son. That's great. He's connecting right there. Psychology, guys. That's awesome. But then all of a sudden their eyes just do this. Empower Network. Goodbye. You know, he's spamming the hell out of both his businesses. MCA.com. This is not smart. So if I got some MCA people on, I know a lot of you guys are doing this. Take it down tonight, because I'm going to show you why. Okay? is all he's doing. Motor Club of America. Motor Club of America. His son flashing money. Do you think parents like that stuff, guys? Yeah, I got my son. Chicka chicka what? You know, like, like, guys. I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry. Guys, you know this? Like, this is cool. People like seeing this, but they want to see you behind that check. You know, I remember as a newbie, I would come and see this, Chris record, and it's on your wall. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going up here, and I'm going, well, let me get off this guy's wall. Chris record, and guess what I'm doing? I'm signing up with him. I'm not saying don't shout out leaders. I shout out Andrew all the time, but I don't show Andrew holding checks because I don't think Andrew wants me to show him holding checks. And again, look, MCA.
Well, let's kind of back up here for a sec, Jerry. I just kind of want to talk or ask you a little bit about the overall game plan, you know, of what this is. Now, you mentioned, you know, a little bit about psychology, and I think a lot of people don't really understand the mindset, because what happens is people come and they'll you know, read something in their email, they'll go to a webinar, maybe they'll buy a product, and a lot of products don't really talk about the reason behind, the why. So what you have is people copying people, and they don't really know what they're doing. And you kind of alluded to that with some of what you talked about on those guys' walls. But you know, people really, in a lot of cases, don't understand why they're following and why they're mimicking someone. What's the kind of, you know, psychology or overall picture here that people need to wrap their head around, if it's not just, you know, spamming a link and you know, putting pictures of checks and kids holding cash and all that kind of stuff.
Well, definitely. And this is the psychology I learned from MLM Zing. It's called the U Inc. business model. And this right here will change your life. The psychology of being a marketer is providing value and solutions to the marketplace. So, again, like I said, you always just drop your business. Your business is not going to pay people, and I know it's what got you. You made the mistake of getting emotionally attached to a company, and you joined the company thinking, oh, the company's the greatest thing in the world. It can cure cancer. It can do whatever. It pays me $5 million. But your prospect or somebody who comes into contact with you, they don't care about that. They're only thinking two real important questions. Can you be the leader to take me to my goals? And will you teach me the skills necessary to get me there? If there's a no in any way, shape, or form, it's the main reason why people are rejecting you or why people are resisting you. You're going to see me start going into real lifetime prospecting a little bit, and you're going to see that as a human being, our first defense is put the wall up. You know, we're emotional creatures, and I learned this taking psychology. When we're comfortable is when the wall comes down, and you know, the eye, like you ever heard the saying, the eyes are the gateway to the soul. Well, when the wall's down, the gateway to the soul is wide open. So the psychology is to get invited in, to paint the picture that you're not. Don't worry about the company. You're joining me, and I'm the leader that will take you to your why, because I know the skills, and I will teach you, and it's very easy, simplicity at its best. And if you follow this, I will promise you, if you don't see results, I will come back and help you again and get you to that. And 10 times out of 10, I think Andrew would agree, it's why people join you.
Yeah, absolutely. People are really looking for, you know, for that connection, for that one-on-one interaction. I mean, you mentioned that, you know, don't put a picture of your company logo as your picture. People want to see people. You know, that's you know, they want to connect with real people, and there's a tremendous power in that, and that's I mean, just being interested in psychology really helps with marketing. You know, I didn't major in psychology or anything, but I was kind of always curious about it. You know, curious about people, just having that interest in people, or how people work, how they think, all that kind of stuff. Did you study? Have you studied copywriting, or do you just have that innate just interest in people, and that's what led you into studying psychology?
I've always loved helping people. You know, growing up and what I went through, I always told myself I would never. The generation after me, I want to help thousands of people. I don't want no kid going through what I went through in life. And I'm studying copywriting right now. The minute I master that, is I'm going to be a seven-figure. But yeah, even before I dropped out of college, and even out of college, I'm reading a book right now. The Money's in the Mindset. 7 keys to a successful health practitioner, and it's all psychology. All I do is study psychology every day. And so I read practice books, I read health books, I read everything. I love studying the human mind and what makes us tick and everything. And I love being able to really connect with people. Guys, you know, I know this might not be like, well, get to the money, man. Get to the money, I'm struggling. Well, guys, if you take this little time to do this, look at this. Yes, walked away from 20 years in law enforcement to work from home. If I approached Regina, hey Regina, what's going on? I see that you're an internet marketer. I wouldn't have got this. And look, she's engaging back with me. There's no wall. That wall is completely down by question 2. And she's asking me stuff about me. Yes, walked away from 20 years in law enforcement to work from home. Good for you. Even with all the tough spots, it was a good decision for me. I'm happy to hear that. I supplement retirement income as a blogger. Sweet. Making money online. Sweet. Showing others how to market online. How about you? So Regina seems like she has some skills. Okay? She seems like, for my business opportunity per se, she'd be a great fit. She's already, I don't need to motivate her to do anything. I don't need to tell her, she's not a tire kicker. She took a leap of faith from a 20-year career to change her life, and now it seems like she's in a mentorship or coaching position. Guys, do you think people like that will help your business grow? I think so.
So would you start? Yeah. So would you start digging more into the details of her story at this point, and also maybe you can talk a little bit about, you know, guidelines for how many new conversations you set a day.
Oh, definitely. Well, let me respond back to her, because I know she's very eager, and it's really cool. You know, like, guys, when you do this stuff, your prospect forgets everything. The internet, all that noise is blocked out. They're focused on you, which is, in the ADD generation, that's what you want as a marketer. So I'll respond back, what do I do for a living? Well, I'm not. See, she asked the question. I want to point that out. Whoever asked the questions is the alpha of the conversation. So the guideline is, before going into anything, you want to have her start closing herself down between 5 to 10 questions. So I've asked her 1, 2. So let's go. That's pretty commendable. You're like a sister in arms. As law enforcement, I see you as a sister, because I was a soldier. Anyone who does a job to protect or serve another is a good person in my eyes. I, Regina, and self-employed as well. Just finished up some amazing training and coaching today. So I love connecting with peers who are in the same boat. How long have you been marketing online?
Okay, so you got your question there at the end. The other thing that I want to ask you is, in the beginning, you're saying like a sister, which again is very emotional, because that's kind of based around family.
Yep.
And I'm assuming what you're doing is, whenever you're starting a conversation with people, you're trying to find strands of connection where you and they have commonality. You know, that's how you kind of start the conversation. So it's like,
Definitely.
okay.
Definitely. I always find something where we have something in interest. Crazy thing is, billions of people in the world, and we all have something in common. You know, everybody complains about something's wrong with their life. I used to think I went through a hell of a life, and the other day I was talking to a World War II vet who went through the exact same things I did, and we've got 60 years in age and a whole different generation. And we sat there having a beer, and you know, I didn't want to sponsor a World War II vet. It was offline. I was like, man, I sponsor this guy. This is awesome. You know, amen. Thank you for what you did too. Protect our country. Been in this industry since 2004, but got serious about marketing online probably around 2008. Went completely online last year. I got involved in Empower Network. That's awesome. She has years in it, but she still has some needs to improve on her marketing prowess, because she brought up her biz off to impress me. You know, she's hinting at it like, hey, I'm in Empower, and I want to show when you see this is when you smile and go, oh yeah, I got this. But did I answer your question pretty well?
Yeah, no, that's good. And then I guess the other question I was going to ask is, you kind of typed a longer thing. Do you find that when you type a few more lines, it really gives the impression of really listening and having more of an engaged conversation, rather than the Facebook generation conversation, which is like LOL, haha, and very short.
Yeah, son, got that dough, stacks. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The terrible, top TTYS and MMM. Like, I don't even know that stuff, man.
No, I don't either. I'm too old for that.
Oh man, you're making me feel old. My girlfriend's laughing at me right now, man.
Yeah, no,
I just found out what LOL meant 2 months ago. Isn't that bad?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I knew that one. I knew that one.
There's this new one I can't understand. SMH? What is that?
SMH.
Shaking my head. My girlfriend just confirmed it's shaking my head.
Yeah, you see, Jerry, I didn't know that one either. So we're in the same boat. And I should mention that too. I just said we're in the same boat, and your second last sentence ended in the word boat, right?
Yep.
Now that's
powerful word.
Yeah. Now that's pretty interesting too, because I wasn't even looking at the screen when I say it, but it kind of obviously went into my mind psychologically, and I know that if you use the same words or the same phrases, people tend to use a certain word or a certain phrase. I learned this when I was selling frozen meat orders, before I really started making money in internet marketing. but you kind of start talking more like them, you know, and when you do that, people really connect with you.
Yeah, definitely. So she said, "Amen. Thank you for what you did to protect our country." So that's awesome. We connected on. She was law enforcement. I was military. You know, and I'm in control of the conversation right now because she didn't ask nothing. Now this conversation can go anywhere I want it to be. If I can want to send her into something for Empower Network, I know she would love. I could do that. Or I want to talk more about her family. I could do that. Whoever asked the question, guys, controls the conversation. Now, I know for a lot of you might be saying, man, this is it's simple, but does it have to be this slow? No. This is just teaching. When you got this down, I swear to God, you can have like 5 of these things across the screen going, and you're closing down people left and right, left and right, left and right. So let's respond back to Regina. Amen. Thank you for what you did for protect our. Well, check this out. No need to thank me. It was a honor protecting and serving your family. She's a family person. Your picture with your son and the rest of your family was so inspiring to me. And then I want to give her something to connect with that, because me and my girlfriend's about to cry right now. Me and my girlfriend are so looking to have a family like your own down the road. I can see your why deeply. I raise a glass to you, my friend. Cool. You're doing EN. Let me ask you, are you sponsoring? So now I want to go deep into her marketing skills. Are you sponsoring 2 people dead? Which is so easy, just with this Facebook method. But before I went into business, again, do you guys see what I'm doing right now? I'm painting a picture in her mind that I'm just a cool guy. There's no difference between me and you. We're normal people. We put our pants on the same, and let's chat. And now she's gonna tell me, yes, I'm sponsoring 2 people a day, which is like, oh, awesome. So you got your marketing down. Or no, I can't sponsor 2 people a day, which now I can, offer a solution. Or I can keep going and going and going. And let's see how many questions is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I really dropped her wall by question 2.
Now you would normally have like 5, do you block like an hour to do this, and you start like 5 conversations, and you're kind of doing them all at the same time? How long would if someone was just starting out and wanted to do this method, starting tonight or starting tomorrow?
I'll actually use one of my students right here that is crushing it, Michelle Cruz. Shout out to Michelle. Team love, woo! Yeah, no money flashing over here, but when I did it with her, she's never done anything like this. She was shy, and she asked that same question. Hey, when I start doing this, how long is it gonna take to get better? How long? And I was like, calm down. I want you to go outside and say hey to somebody. She did it. She's like, hi. Had a conversation with somebody. She's like, oh, that was pretty simple. So guys, if you you could really control